Oklahoma Sooner fans have circled September 5th on their calendar for the day so many questions will be answered. On offense, can Samaje Perine elevate his game to Heisman level? Can the Sooners adapt to the wide-open offense of new coordinator Lincoln Riley? How will new quarterback Baker Mayfield handle the pressure of commanding a team he idolized as a child? And can senior linebacker Eric Stryker captain the defense to the Big 12 championship? Those questions and more to be answered tonight as the Sooners open their 2015 season against the Akron Zips on Fox Sports. Welcome you to the Gaylord Family Oklahoma Memorial Stadium in Norman, Oklahoma for Oklahoma Sooner football on Fox Sports, presented by Deep Root. Today, the Akron Zips set to take on the 19th-ranked Oklahoma Sooners. Hello again, everybody. Along with Dave Lapham, I'm Ron Thule. And Dave, everybody excited about the start of football, including the players and coaches of Oklahoma, mainly because they didn't live up to the expectations that they set last season.
And when they've had disappointing seasons in the past, Ron, they have rebounded exceptionally well. Let's take a look. Big 12 championships, national championships. They're preseason number 19. Last time that happened, they won a national championship. I think they're going to be good this year.
Of course, the big story in the offseason, Baker Mayfield, who hasn't played a regular season game since 2013, now the starting quarterback.
Unbridled joy for the game of football. Plays it with a linebacker's mentality. This is a thrill. There's no pressure for Baker Mayfield. He will enjoy today.
Especially he's got a couple of running backs behind him that are pretty salty.
Oh, no question. Perine runs with a low center of gravity, low pad level. He will thump you. Joe Mixon. This guy is an explosive runner, but he also runs routes and catches the football like a wide receiver. He's going to be all over the field today like a Swiss Army knife, that versatile.
Well, the Zips, they have their handful. They have not had a winning record since 2005, but Terry Bowden, in his fourth year, good football coach.
Terry Bowden has won 2 out of 3 football games every other place that he's been. He's been 4 places prior to this. It's taken a little longer at Akron. He wants to get it done.
We've got a full house, the 99th consecutive sellout here in Norman, Oklahoma, and we are ready for the Oklahoma Sooners, looking for their 10th consecutive home opening win. We'll have it coming up. The Sooners 38-2 versus non-conference opponents under Bob Stoops, and he is standing by with Chad McKee.
17 years of openers at the University of Oklahoma, Coach. What do you want to see out of your guys tonight?
Just some discipline, good football, play physical, play smart, execute assignments. So I'm anxious to watch us.
All right, Coach, we appreciate it. Thanks.
All right, thank you.
Ron, Dave, back up to you.
All right, I think we all are anxious to watch the Sooners, and you take a look at number 28, Alex Ross. Last season, number 3 in the FBS, 31.7 return yards a game. And I think the question is Samaje Perine, we all know what he can do, but they've got to get creative, getting the ball in Ross's hands, Dave, because teams are going to want to kick away from Alex Ross. He's on the Groza watch list this year, and it's going to be Neal at about the 4, up over the 20, 25, 35, 40, up to the 42-yard line. That is his longest. Going back to last season, it was 39 yards. And of his Tech in 2013, Baker Mayfield, Dave.
Baker Mayfield, the offensive newcomer of the
excitement, but the coaches like the fact he makes quick decisions, and we see one right there. KJ Young gets the first down, the first of the season, up inside the 45 to the 44-yard line. Dylan Evans makes the tackle, but a 15-yard gain, the 1-yard line. Let's take a look at the forward starting lineup for Oklahoma. Of course, Orlando Brown. You really like him.
Yeah, he's protecting the blind side of Baker Mayfield. Anytime you have a big horse like that protecting your blind side, you're in good shape. And all these skill players are extraordinary. There's a lot of team speed.
The Zips defense, Pittman, Coe, Grice, Marcus, 3 of the 4 are transfers. Grice, he's kind of the bell cow down there. And the linebackers, Jatavius Brown, we watched him on tape yesterday, Dave.
2-time defensive MVP of the MAC Conference, and secondary solid, but the strength of this football team.
Mayfield hands it off, and Perine just tripped up at the 50-yard line. He's going to lose 3. Jamal Marcus does a nice job, the junior now, and it goes to Trayvon Chapman. Very athletic player, originally signed with Pitt. He challenged Kyle Pohl, who was a two-fence, first of all, for the Zips.
Dylan Brumbaugh is the guy, Ron, the best guy up front.
And the running back Connor Hundley had 148 yards last season versus Pitt on 19 carries. Even though they like throwing the ball, Sooners show pressure. Chapman's going down and from the far side. And speaking of striker, he heads the defense.
A lot of good football players on the Oklahoma front seven. Tapper's going to have a big year. Evans and Alexander do a great job at the linebacker position. Shannon's going to get in there on a rotation. And
they need 6. Chapman, his first pass, wide open, throws behind his intended receiver, Jerome Lane.
Joined by the president of the University of Oklahoma, David Boren. Every Sooner fan has a special experience on game day. What's game day like for the president of the university?
It's the most exciting day of the year. You know, I think when they say it's football time in Oklahoma, you just feel all that energy. And for us, it's a great time because it means that all of our fans come back to campus, see what's been named one of the 25 most beautiful campuses in America, and get a window into what's going on at OU. So it's an exciting time.
209 players made academic All Big 12, the student athletes at the University of Oklahoma. How pleased are you with that?
I'm really pleased with that. You know, it's really incredible. 7 straight semesters now, our student athletes have earned more than a 3-point. And we had over 90 that had a 4-point during this last academic year. So it's really remarkable. So it's not just the national merits, and we're thrilled to be #1 for a public university, the first time in U.S. history in national merit scholars, but it's our athletes, and it really shows what a well-rounded program we have. So we're proud of these players in every way.
Okay, we'll let you enjoy the evening here tonight and get out and socialize with some of the great Sooner fans. Mr. President, thanks for joining us.
Thank you very much.
And of course, we talk about the Bowden family, but we got to mention the Stoops family because Ron Stoops Sr., obviously, he was the man who started it all, very successful at Cardinal Mooney High School in Youngstown, and Ron Stoops now at Youngstown State with Bo Pelini and Bob and Mike and Mark, now the head coach at Kentucky. Def talked about the Stoops family tree. How about the Bowden family tree, the winningest family in college football?
over 600 victories, of course. Bobby leading the way there. 377.
Wow.
Unreal. 2 national titles. Terry had it in his mind an unofficial national.
Be the big play guy, and you take a look at the head coaching families, and of course that's Mac Brown and company, and the Dooleys and the Holtzes.
Dooley brothers, and then the Holtz's father, son. So it's pretty impressive. The 5 families of football right there.
Funniest though are the Holtz brothers. Sooners rush 4. Chapman steps up, and he is tied up. Again, Matt Diamond, the junior out of Katy, Texas, an undersized guy.
Well, in the opening period, and pleased to be joined by the head men's basketball coach at the University of Oklahoma, Lon Kruger. Coach, 4 starters returning. Big 12 Player of the Year, Buddy Hield back. Ryan Spangler, Isaiah Cousins. How excited are you about what this team could potentially be?
Really am excited because of the experience, because of their attitude about working hard, their attitude toward each other. They've started a lot of Big 12 games together, and you had Jordan in there at the point in his 3rd year with those seniors. It's a fun group to be around every day.
What would you like to see refined and maybe the finishing touches for a team like this?
We've got to get better across the board. We've got to rebound the ball better. I thought defensively we took a big step last year. We've got to do that again this year. A little better shot selection, perhaps. Shoot it for a little better percentage.
Could have 3 Big 12 teams in the top 10 when the season begins. You could be one of them. Iowa State, Kansas. The competitiveness of this conference is as good as any league in the country, isn't it?
It is. It has been for the last 2 or 3 years, and this year will be no different. A lot of good players in the league. Other coaches are great. Teams are awfully good.
Coach, we appreciate it. Get back over there and enjoy the game. Thank you.
Thank you.
Season tickets are on sale now for men's and women's basketball. Soonersports.com is the place to go for that. Guys, back to you.
And backfield.
Yep. And they're unselfish enough to block well for each other.
A little razzle-dazzle. Mixon pitches back to Westbrook, and he is corralled. I tell you what, Chuck Amato's defensive Akron doing a great job. Savon Pittman, the transfer out of Ohio State, on the stop.
Particularly for the Oklahoma Sooner offense, it's overwhelming. They can't get out of their own way because of the penalties.
Sooners with 15 total yards offense, 48 on penalties. Wow. This is a boomer. Wow. Shepard catches it over his shoulder, and he's going to try to return it. Looks for the lane. Akron just corralling him, and he's going to dance around. Whoa!
That's late. There's the flag.
Finally.
Pushed him when he was well out of bounds and pushed him over the bench. And now you got it mixing up the sideline. Over his shoulder, returns it 5 yards out of bounds. I mean, you have to have some idea where you are in the field of play. That's brutal.
After the play, personal foul, late hit out of bounds, number 27, defense, 15-yard penalty, first down.
I think it was number 88, Luddenberg. It's the guy that pushed Shepard over the bench. So that's
Lincoln said, our first touchdown this season is going to be dedicated to you. I love it. Mayfield looking near side, looking for Neal. Caught at the 20-yard line.
Wow. I mean, that's the situation. You're just giving your receiver, saying, I have confidence in you. And, man, he sure was. Great play.
37 yards. This time they'll swing it out to P. Ryan. Breaks a couple of tackles inside the 20, down to the 18-yard line. Let's go back to Neal. He had 42 receptions last season.
And really, you know, the coverage is tight. Baker Mayfield says, I respect you, Neal. I know you're stronger and you're taller, you're bigger. You're going to go up to the high point and catch the football. That's just...
Neal on the near side, Mixon in the backfield. 3rd and 6. Ball's on the 18-yard line. The quick toss. In and out of the hands of Mixon.
You have a back in the game. It's a 5-receiver set spreading the field.
Well, here's Austin Seibert, a 35-yard field goal attempt, his first in a Sooner uniform. Boffin the holder. Piece of cake. So the Sooners finally get on the board courtesy of the Mayfield to Deron Neal pass.
Yeah, that was definitely flipping field position right there. Just a wide receiver going up and making a very, very good athletic play. No question about that.
Well, we'd like to welcome all of you that are watching on Pace.
No movement.
And look at Kyle Pohl, a 2-year starter. He's been in a lot of big games, going back to Michigan in 2013, where they almost beat the Wolverines.
Bit of disgust.
You know, we were just talking about Eric Stryker a minute ago, the senior out of Seffner, Florida. And we had a chance to talk to him and asked him, why did he come back for another year at Oklahoma?
I came back because I don't want to go out like 8-5. You know, that's not me personally. If anything I can do to help better the team, you know, this program, you know, that's what I'm going to do. So I came back because, you know, one, I don't want to go out like that. You know what I mean? And you know, me coming back as a leader, you know, I can help, you know, for the culture of the team, you know, for years to come, you know, help shape that.
Chad, you spent a lot of time with Eric Stryker.
I sat and asked him one day, you know, Samaje Perine a pretty big fellow. What happens if the irresistible force that is Samaje meets up with Eric Stryker in the hole? And he said, I would probably wind up on my backside. So at least he's honest about it.
Well, he's got 3 tackles already tonight. I like on Thursday's practice, he was begging the coaches to play wide receiver one play in this game. On 3rd down for the Zips, Pohl tosses it, far side. No, he's out of bounds, incomplete.
Both coordinators wanted to see was, you know, the team handle things from a discipline standpoint, not play sloppy football.
Well, Seibert 50, 49, and 51 on his kick so far. This is going to be fair caught by Davis at his own 47-yard line. 47 yards on the kick.
Congratulations to everybody that's being so generous.
Especially LeBron James. Thank you, my friend. And the Akron people talking to him yesterday and this morning, they're excited about it. Pohl's pass is going to be incomplete. Almost picked off by Sanchez.
Down. Bobbles the interception, tips it over by the receiver. He tips it with his right hand. So, I mean, you talk about a juggling act. Juggle, juggle. One more time.
1 second of the first quarter. Sooners show blitz. Pohl hands it off to Donnell. Dominique Alexander, he has been in on a lot of tackles tonight, the junior out of Tulsa, Oklahoma, with the catch.
Great throw by Pohl. Nice route by Lane. Lane is 6'3", 225 pounds, and he can run in the 4.5s. Looked like Sanchez maybe bit on a double move. And Lane beat the best cornerback that Oklahoma has on the football field. They're looking for big plays from him. a pure athlete.
Well, the play covered 48 yards, and that'll be the final play of the first quarter. So the Sooners only able to manage a field goal. Akron is threatening as we end quarter number 1 in Norman.
Lane on the perimeter. Let's take a look at this matchup out here and watch what happens down the football field. Lane gets off the line of scrimmage pretty well, and then down the field. Great. Let's reason if we could have frozen that. You see where Sanchez grabs the jersey. Sanchez is looking in the backfield at the quarterback, and he's grabbing Lane's jersey, and he gets basically, he's not doing what he's supposed to.
Huntley in the backfield with Chapman. Chapman looks, crossing pattern, rush from behind. Sooners are converging, and he's going down. Alexander again.
But watch Stryker come off the edge here, and he's gonna miss. Here he comes, ducks the shoulder, misses, grabs, misses, but Alexander finishes it. Chapman just can't outrun the defensive speed of the
sideline. Chapman looks, tucks, runs right up the middle. Sooners stop him at about the 4-yard line.
Design quarterback draw.
Yeah.
They've each got their role, and that's the way it's going to be.
Foster the holder. Robert Stein will be the kicker, and the left footer trying to tie things up, but he doesn't.
Wow. Wow. Stein last year converted 81.3% of his field goals,
36 yards rushing a game. Great job tonight.
Well, Mike Stoops was concerned, will they tackle well? Because they only had one live scrimmage. They are gang tackling. Look at all the red helmets swarm to the football. It's not just one Sooner, it's a bunch of Sooners running to the football and all trying to get a piece like blood in the water.
Only 153 yards total offense between these two teams, and the Zips on third down. Again, cannot get success.
Has to throw it away, trying to set up a screen. Well, this is a good explanation why it's 3-0. 1 for 13 combined on third down.
Yeah.
Neither team has hit the 80-yard mark, and we're into the second quarter. Look at Alexander, 7 tackles. Dylan Evans, 5 tackles. 5 solo tackles for him. Boy, it has been a defensive battle, and the offenses have self-destructed a little bit. The special teams. Every time a team kicks the football, there's a penalty. Lincoln Riley trying to get the offense in a rhythm.
But Oklahoma's rushing game -2 yards so far. Mayfield throwing. Penalty flag is thrown, complete to Neal. Gets inside the 40 down to the 38-yard line, but there's a penalty flag at the 50. Tight end sort of position, but he is a wide receiver. This young man's got a lot of talent.
No question.
Mayfield, quick pass, caught Baxter. That'll be close to the first down, about a yard short.
More extra yards.
And it's third down and short. P. Ryan in the backfield goes to the left side of Mayfield. He'll try to get the first down, and he bangs his way inside the 25 down to the 24.
Up there, he can gather more information up there. It's all subject to change.
8th play of the drive, started on the 40. Mayfield dumps it off to Andrews, the big tight end, and he'll get the first down. Speaking of Lincoln Riley, want to wish him a happy 32nd birthday. The pride of Muleshoe, Texas. You like that?
Now, he is a kid.
Yes, old as me. Come on. Mixon back in the lineup, 1st and 10 for the Sooners. Mayfield into the flat, complete inside the 5 to Duron Neal. That'll be his 4th catch of the evening. Inside the huddle with Sooner Playbook. Expert analysis from Sooners that played the game. Sooner Playbook is the perfect midweek football fix. That's it every Wednesday. And, of course, Baker Mayfield knows what kind of offense Lincoln Riley likes to run, considering they both were at Texas Tech at one time. And here's his thoughts on Lincoln Riley.
Oh, I love him. I know everybody does. At first, people were kind of skeptical about whether he's going to come in and start throwing the ball with 5 receivers. But with our running backs, we can't do that. We're still going to run the ball, but everybody around here is excited. He's done a lot of good things, and there's a lot of energy around here now.
Well, it has been the passing game. Only 9 yards rushing so far tonight for the Sooners.
Time getting after the guys.
This is the 11th play of the drive. That was Coach Beatonbow is back to us a moment ago. Third down for the Sooners. They need a couple, and oh my goodness.
Jeez. This is where you cannot have a penalty. Stricken, the holes are tight.
Illegal substitution. Defense.
Oh,
man
good.
in the formation. At the distance to the goal.
Boy, the way they blew the whistle before the snap of the football and where he threw
Results
the
of the
flag,
yardage is first down.
I thought a receiver might have flinched, but it was 12 men in the huddle. And,
that hurts.
Chuck Amato and Terry not happy about that whatsoever. That's an automatic first down. They didn't have to run a play to generate a first down. Here they are, 1st and goal. It was 3rd and 2, half the distance to the goal, and moved the chains.
And now Mixon and P. Rod in the backfield, joining Baker Mayfield. 1st and goal for the Sooners. Straight up the middle, Samaje Perine, touchdown, Oklahoma. Sooners are 1st and goal from the 2. You're in trouble.
Little crossback action. That's what I'm talking about. Mixon comes across the formation, supposed to block on the very end of the line of scrimmage, misses his block, but it doesn't matter. Perine's into the end zone untouched. But when you have 2 backs of that quality, they have to be unselfish and block for each other, and they both are willing and able to do that. And then with all the receiving skill set that Mixon has, they don't have to stay in the backfield. I'm telling you, as the season progresses and they start to get in a rhythm, it's going to be a lot of stress on defensive coordinators handling that package when you have Mixon and Perine in the huddle. When they're in the huddle, it's like, are they going to stay at running back?
But how about Samaje Perine, 427 yards versus Kansas, a new FBS single-game record. And we heard him talking about he didn't like the weather was raining. He hated being wet. But his offensive line says, no, you're staying in the ball game and you're going to get the record.
Yeah, and particularly, you know, his center, Ty Darlington, was like, we want this record. But this kid now, over 1,700 yards rushing, average 6.5 yards per rush, 21 touchdowns. Man, it's Shevitz. That's real stuff.
It is definitely that. Flowers and Perine now in the backfield, inside of 3.5 to play in the opening half. Mixon, I should say, in the backfield. Story of success by this young man. Sooners put it in high gear. Mayfield over the middle, pass complete. Shepard breaks the tackle, looking for a block. Inside the 35, down to the 32-yard line.
Nice route. He just takes it, runs a little post in the middle of the field. He has one-on-one coverage with a safety, and he basically leaves his athletic supporter behind as he's faked out of his jockstrap there.
Really paid off last year until he got hurt. Mayfield steps up in the pocket, looks down the middle, has a man. Touchdown, Oklahoma, D.D. Westbrook. What a catch by Westbrook.
Look at Mayfield celebrate. That's what I'm talking about. Unbridled passion and joy about playing football.
Skills, but it starts up front, Dave.
It does. You have to have solid protection. They pick everything up.
Number 97.
Baker Mayfield climbs the pocket, sees Westbrook. A one-handed catch with the left hand, brings it in, does Westbrook, and Baker Mayfield says, yeah, baby, I threw my first touchdown pass as an Oklahoma Sooner quarterback. I like it.
That's what makes them special. Now, the Sooners were holding on the extra point, so they're going to have to try it again. They're going to spot it at the 20.
This is like in the NFL. They're extra point now.
It's a lot more fun when you're coming off a Sugar Bowl win or a national championship or a Big 12 championship, but when you're in 17 years, that doesn't happen every single year. So we're just a year removed from that, so we'll try and get back to it. So nothing's like clockwork. Everything every year adjusts to some degree, but we know what to anticipate and what to expect, you know, when you've been in it 16 going on 17 years for sure.
OU's all-time win leader, 16 bowl appearances, won the national title in 2000. I tell you what, you look at what he has done, that is impressive.
You know, it really is. You've won almost 80% of your games. I mean, come on now. He's won every single BCS bowl.
Yeah.
No other program can claim that. Bob Stoops is a football coach extraordinaire.
He was 6'6", 230 pounds, played for Pitt in the 80s. First-round pick back in 1988 by the Denver Nuggets, played up to the year 2000, and he was known for crushing backboards. Send it in Jerome. And here's a trivia question. He's very familiar with this area. Played for the Oklahoma City Cavalry in the CBA.
Would have been a heck of a tight end. Look at that body now.
Oh, my goodness.
That guy's put together.
I remember when he played at Pitt. He was a monster.
He is, and was, and is, and his son's a genetic phenomenon as well. I mean, 6'3", 225 pounds, runs in the 4.5s. He's the real deal.
And I think the coaches, he was actually the starting safety. That's where they had him in the depth chart at the beginning of the week. And
He played there last year.
Yeah, he played there last year.
Special teams coordinator as well as running back coach.
And they're just going to peel it back.
Boomer.
Shepard backs up to the 20. Straight ahead. Ooh, makes a couple of guys
hurt.
Loses the football. Still the scrum on the field. Akron's got it.
Wow.
Oh, that's a turn of events.
Did that backfire?
Rolling on the field is a fumble. Recovered by Akron. First
with the ball security. He does a nice job, makes the first guy miss. A little bit loose with the football with that right hand, and the ball comes out. And not really big contact on the football, but it's hot out, sweaty arm. He had the ball kind of curled to his forearm and lost it as he get knocked off his feet.
Let's see if the Sooner defense can stand tall now again. Pulls in the lineup. Right down the middle, pass complete, first down inside the 20, down to the 19-yard line.
Good call.
Pull looks left, throws left. Pass complete inside the 10 to Davis. They'll mark him out at the 9-yard line. Pull looks, a little slant-in pass knocked down at the line of scrimmage. Tapper got the big paw on it.
Tapper put the tap on it.
18 seconds left in the half. Pull looks, has time, throws into the corner. Body's getting tangled up. Incomplete. Goodman was the intended receiver. Got his feet tangled up with Jordan Thomas. Pull into the corner again, intended for Goodman, incomplete.
No chance. Never kept the ball on the field.
Good hold. And the kick is good. So with 6 seconds left in the half, Terry Bowden and company, they get on the board.
Well, Bob Stoops wanted to get one more possession, used the timeouts to get it, and you know, his normally reliable return guy, Sterling Shepard, in terms of ball security, let him down.
Mode by any stretch of the imagination.
No.
Baker Mayfield, nice job tonight. 13 of 21, 190 yards and a touchdown. Here's Chad with Coach Stoops.
Coach, defense gives up less than 130 yards. What got the offense kind of clicking on those last two drives?
Well, just made a few big plays, got a sense of some timing, you know, picking up some first downs, and then able to get them on their heels a little bit. So we just got to execute better in, you know, some of the earlier part of the game.
All right, Coach, we'll let you get in there.
Thank you.
Guys, back to you.
All right, Chad, thank you so much. Halftime score 17-3. The Sooners over Akron at intermission. When we return, it'll be the Ford Halftime Report with a heartwarming feature on singing lineman Neela Casatani, and a look back at Samaje Perine's record-setting performance at Kansas, and a recap of the first 30 minutes of football. You're watching Oklahoma Sooners football on Fox Sports. Have to look at penalties for Oklahoma. Big key.
Yeah, we were kidding during the halftime break that if you get points for penalties, it'd be a high-scoring game. Right. I mean, both teams penalized 6 times. The Sooners penalized 50 yards, half a football field. That prevents you from getting into any kind of rhythm, offensively or with your special teams. A lot of returns nullified, a lot of big plays offensively nullified.
Let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first 30 minutes of play. The first quarter ended 3-0 Oklahoma, but Baker Mayfield did have some bright spots, including that catch by Deron Neal.
Yeah, that contested catch, that 50-50 ball, he wins it strong at the apex. Field goal ensues. And now you get, you know, one of your best players not playing with good technique. A little hesitation move, stop and go move by Lane. Beat Sanchez. But here come back with Neal again. Gets him on the doorstep of the goal line, and Perine goes in basically untouched. At that point, Oklahoma in a little bit of rhythm. Again, Shepard can make you miss. The fun starts after he receives the football. Remember, he's a returner in space. He's dangerous. And how about D.D. Westbrook with the one-handed catch? And Baker Mayfield loves it.
I think that was the highlight, though, is Mayfield high-stepping towards him as we take a look at the Ford halftime stats, and you can see the total yards. Sooners 212 to 125 for Akron. But the big one again, penalties.
Yeah, penalties and honestly rushing yards. 22 yards on 17 carries. Got to run the football better. You can't throw it if you can't run it.
A lot of football left in Norman's second half coming up straight ahead. Fresh set of downs for the Zips. Hull's going to be swarmed over back at the 20 or 35-yard line. Loss of 2 on the play. And Eric Stryker was the one who led the charge along with Matt Diamond. 24-yard line as they begin their first possession of the second half, leading 17-3. Pete Ryan and Mixon in the backfield. Mayfield looks. Wide open Mixon. Inside the 30, looking for a block from Westbrook. Gets it. Touchdown, Oklahoma.
Westbrook blocked his defender from the 20-yard line in.
You get Joe Mixon the ball, Dave, to say goodbye.
Fake to Mixon, and they drop coverage on him because they faked the ball to him and then forgot about him. Down the field. Look at Westbrook. Blocking from the 20-yard line. Woo!
High stepping it in for Baker Mayfield.
Man, he's going to hurt somebody.
They need 8. Hull throws incomplete. Be forced to kick it away.
Ready to connect.
Flowers and P. Ryan now in the backfield for the Sooners. Run game hasn't done a whole lot. P. Ryan bouncing off tackles. That's his best run of the evening, and that'll be a penalty.
Yep. And they did it in front of their own bench. Now they're in front of the Oklahoma bench, and they're throwing punches.
At one of the coaches.
Yeah, I mean, hey, come on, big boy.
Flowers getting into it now.
Was there retaliation from Oklahoma? And if that's the case, they're going to offset.
After the play, personal foul, late hit out of bounds, defense. Number 3, 15-yard penalty, at the end of the run, automatic first down.
No retaliation. Everything was okay after that.
The penalty was on.
P. Ryan, little power there, breaks the tackle, breaks the second tackle. He's well out of bounds, and man, another free.
Mayfield hands it off. P. Ryan looks for the outside, leans forward. He'll be just short of the first down.
Adjustment.
P. Ryan, the lone man of the backfield. He's got it. First down, breaking tackles inside the 35, down to the 34-yard line.
Nice job. Just kind of bounced it down the line of scrimmage. Short legs, so he doesn't give you much hitting surface. And when he gets that good body lean, people just slide off of him. He's got tremendous balance, good contact balance.
On second down, Mayfield rifling the pass. Wow. First down catch. Shepard inside the 15, down to the 11-yard line. His third catch of the night. The quick pass to Meade. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown.
What a block by Jarvis Baxter. Oh, my goodness.
First collegiate catch for Jeffrey Meade. Third down and 8. Been tough tonight for Akron. Chapman got the first down, slips a couple of tackles at the 50-yard line, and he gets slobbered knockered by Bird.
Man. Right in the smush, and Chapman gets right back up and signals first down. Good hit, but I'm fine. And Chapman, as he runs away, I mean, he's got some pretty good speed. Bird drills him right in the shoulder. It's a totally legal hit. He put his helmet right in his shoulder pad and took him to the turf.
Second down and 10. You can see the Sooners over 300. The Zips only 75 yards passing. Running out of room. Going to lose a couple of yards on the play. Like they gets up and says, hey, good hit.
And that's what Chapman did. Yeah. He jumped right up, signaled first down. I'm sure he had something to say.
Third down. Chapman going to go upstairs. And he's going to throw upstairs to a guy in khakis.
Well, quarterback read one thing, receiver read the other.
Mercy.
And that's what Akron was saying on this play. Mercy, fake it to Joe Mixon. They drop coverage on him. And Mayfield says, I can't believe it. Nobody's covering my man. And down the football field, Westbrook just blocks his defender from the 20-yard line. How about Joe Mixon? He can fly. He can really fly. And at the end, watch Baker Mayfield come down here and say, he plays like a linebacker. He's going to hurt his teammates like a linebacker. He plays like a linebacker.
The numbers on Mayfield. How about Mayfield He threw for 4 touchdowns and ran for his 5th in his college debut versus SMU, and he played for Tech. Tonight, how about 3 touchdown passes?
Yeah, he threw for over 400 yards against SMU.
And the Sooners, 2nd and 10. Mayfield rolls out, throws on the run, passes complete to Mixon. Still on his feet.
Oh,
what a move by Mixon.
Man.
Oh, my goodness. That's our mercy play.
A little bootleg action, but look at this at the end. Up we go. Edwin Moses, Ronaldo Nehemiah, whatever you want to say. When I go vertical like that, you can slide the Sunday paper.
Mayfield pass caught, still on his feet. Baxter, and he is going to be marked out at the 50-yard line, and the Sooners really getting going now. Baxter covers 17 for the junior walk-on.
Reception by Meade. Give him a little something.
And here's Meade again. Gets a block.
Look at him block.
Spin move inside the 30-yard line.
Boys, get the ball out to Meade. Do something. Look at Baxter. Fit, finish. Excellent. Excellent.
Pickup of Mayfield. Mixon. Inside the 25, down to the 24-yard line. Pickup of 6 on the play.
No, receiving ability is talent.
Mayfield just swings it out to Baxter. Gets close to the 15-yard line, still on his feet as the whistle blows, and that'll be good enough for another first down.
Complimentary plays.
The slot. And they throw to him. Gets the block. Box to the outside. Barrels his way inside the 5, down to the 2-yard line.
Where is after he catches it, a running back.
Mayfield keeps it. He hurdles for the touchdown.
Oh, he goes after his lineman that time. You're not going to hurt those big boys. Man, I'll tell you what. You talked about the emotion, the unbridled joy of playing football. Watch, Mayfield is going to key the defensive end. When he closes like that, Mayfield says, mine, I'm keeping it, and I'm taking it to the end zone. It's a zone read, key the defensive end. When he chased Mixon, it was an easy read for Mayfield. He says, I'm number 1. There's blocking for each other on the perimeter. And then the zone read for a touchdown. A little bit of everything. You know, bits and pieces of everything. Lincoln Riley likes it all. Look at those numbers.
Boy, how about a quarterback passing rating of 198.5, 388 yards throwing the football. 3rd down and 6 for the Zips. The handoff. Alexander, not much going on as Dominique Alexander makes the stop.
You can see it's been a little more time to gel.
Well, Joe, one final question. Just again about the experience that the fans are going to have when this is done next season, because you see the drawings and the renderings, and now he is doing some action as a running back. And again, the stacked receivers on the near side. Oh, looks, throws, pass, complete up over the 25-yard line to Michael Means, the junior out of Cincinnati, Ohio, Archbishop Moeller. Otto's most athletic D since he's been there. I don't think there's any question. Van Edwards is stepped up, and he's going to lose about 4 on the play. Back to the 25-yard line.
We talked about.
Oh, the Sooners got it. He coughed it up.
Recovered by Oklahoma. First down.
I think they might have just taken it right out of his hands. Jordan Wade, the recovery, and he just comes right up, and I think he just takes it right out of his hands. No, there. Okay, it's stripped out of there, and he falls on top of it. But boy, that ball is just. It's Griffin. I mean, he just rips the ball right out of there and does a heck of a job.
Well, that's something.
Charles Walker.
Yeah, that's something. 10-600 before he had the knee problems.
He did it in the long jump. He landed in the long jump pit and tore 3 ligaments and cartilage.
Now he's running Division I football. Okay. Knight throws, pass, caught inside the 15 to the 14.
Incomplete.
Incomplete now. Boffin thought he had it.
The ball's right there. Reaches back. Can't see it. His body kind of blocks it, but you got to go to the ground with full. The ball hits the ground. You can see the ball hit the ground.
First person to punt and kick for the Oklahoma Sooners since Tress Way back in 2009. Not a problem. 41-3 is our score. 10:29 left to play in quarter number 4. The Sooners have dominated here in the second half. In our OU outreach game summary, looks like this. How about 7.3 yards per play for Oklahoma?
How about the third quarter the Oklahoma Sooners had? Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
I mean, it was tough sledding in the first half. Akron did a pretty good job, but Oklahoma just exploded. But yeah, 7.3 3 yards per play is getting it done. Joe Mixon has shown himself to be the versatile weapon that they were looking for. I mean, obviously, he's going to have a significant impact on the season.
They're down, and the Zips need 4. Bull looks, and he is going down.
And once again, number 97 can get up the football field, Charles Waka.
Sooners lead at 41-3, 8:14 left to play in the ball game, and our OG&E player of the game was pivotal as the Oklahoma Sooners opened up a 17-3 lead on the catch by Westbrook.
Nice job, one-handed snag by Westbrook, left hand tap it into the body, make a play on it, and that got Oklahoma rolling a little bit, and the confidence from that point on just started to swell, and the dam was broken open and a flood of points.
How about the fact that Mayfield not only had
by blocking, I mean, the receivers complimented each other great tonight.
And here's Alex Ross getting his first carry of the evening. Hits the corner. Gets up to the 50-yard line. You know, talking about Baker Mayfield a moment ago, OU has set a couple of records tonight we want to mention. Mayfield's 388 passing yards is the most by a Sooner quarterback in his debut since a guy by the name of Sam Bradford threw 363 in 07 against North Texas, and Joe Mixon's 76-yard touchdown reception, the longest by a Sooner freshman running back in school history. How about that? Think about the freshman running backs that have been here. Here's Dimitri Flowers. Rodney Anderson is now checked into the lineup for the Sooners. And it is Andrews. I'll tell you, this is a young man that has type 1 diabetes. Found out when he was 9 years old. His parents said, never cried about it. Just said, I'm going to keep playing football.
Middle field, you own the whole field. Ask Drew Brees with Jimmy Graham.
Absolutely. Anderson. You know, getting back to Andrews, too, his best friend in high school was a guy named Kyle Allen, now the quarterback of Texas A&M. Have guys like also P. Ryan and Mixon there. And
right, and the perimeter receivers, it makes their life easier. You can't roll coverage to double them.
Knight's going up again. Looking for big money. He's got it to Meade. Inside the 5-yard line.
Pass interference. Offense. Number 15. 15-yard penalty. Replay second down.
Now, Sid, Jeffrey Meade's a hoop guy, so he's trying to back it down and long for the Sooners. Knight rolling. Buying some time, tiptoeing down the sideline, inside the 40, down to the 38-yard line. Well, think about it. Cody Thomas, 2-1 as a starter. Trevor Knight, 11-4 as a starter.
In the Big 12.
In the Big 12. And then Baker Mayfield, what he did at Texas Tech.
Sure.
That's called depth, my friends. Third down and 14. Inside of 5.5 to play coming up. Knight rifle in the pass. Got it first down. Andrews.
Where did he catch it? Middle of the football field, right between the hash marks. Very fluid, ball behind him. Turns his hips, very flexible.
Now Knight keeps it and scampers outside. We have a penalty flag. By the way, that was Andrews' 4th catch. That went for 19 yards.
Offside. Defense, number 8. 5-yard penalty. Replay first down.
Ball on the 12-yard line, knocking on the door again. Knight just hands it to Ross. Inside the 10, down to about the 9-yard line.
Yards, man, it's just coffin nails.
Well, the Sooners were 72% touchdowns in the red zone, and this time Ross is stacked up. He'll be close to the first down. Needed to get to about the 7.5-yard line.
Football, a lot of players involved tonight.
First and goal, Knight looks, throws to the end zone, and it's going to be picked off. Was looking for Green, and Green kind of got run off the play. And the game brought to you by Integris Hospital. It's got to be Baker Mayfield.
Baker Mayfield distributed the ball all over the football field to different people, threw the ball accurately and on time. He just did a tremendous job. Some of his receivers picked him up with great plays as well. And this was a backbreaker. Joe Mixon, they dropped coverage on him and he made him pay. And then the receivers getting the act by blocking for each other and making the journeys to the end zone easy. Baker Mayfield himself on his own read goes in untouched. Big performance by Baker Mayfield, 388 yards, a couple of touchdowns.
Thomas Woodson is checked into the lineup as quarterback, the sophomore out of Monroeville, Pennsylvania, a suburb of Pittsburgh. And Woodson showing a little flash and dash, crosses the 30 up to the 32-yard line. He was a backup last season, had a couple of starts. Not a bad rusher. Had 32 rushes for 131 yards last season.
Football mind.
Yeah.
I mean, he got in a rhythm. When the players started playing well, he got in a rhythm calling plays in the second half. It was beautiful.
Well, Woodson showing his running ability as he gets the first down up over the 45 to the 47-yard line. Cameron Cotton, the walk-on out of Tulsa, Oklahoma, coming up to make the stop.
Oklahoma is going to have to deal with some rabid fans down there. Those volunteer fans show up in droves.
And if you're staying at a local hotel right by the stadium, the band will show up at 7 o'clock in the morning to play the aforementioned Rocky Top.
And there's some good
doing the old Big 8 Southwest Conference with me, and our director now, Clay Armstrong, and Doug Foster, the whole crew. We've been together a long time, and we're not only colleagues, but we're great friends, and I wouldn't want to do games with anybody but you guys.
I tell you, it's been a heck of a ride.
And that's going to end it. Bob Stoops, he may muster a smile. The over and under is not good on that, but he did win. Open up the 2015 season with a 41-3 victory over Akron. A great second half for Oklahoma. And I think that was the key where they finally put the penalties aside.
Well, a successful win for you guys tonight, Coach. Defense allows less than 100 yards passing. Let's start with them first. What pleased you most about that side of the ball?
Yeah, just the overall discipline, communication. Guys are really, played the right technique, played well, and didn't have any, missed assignments. That goes a long way.
Baker Mayfield's debut as your starting quarterback, 380 passing yards, really got things clicking late in that first half. What worked well for him?
Yeah, just the execution really overall. Once we got into a little bit of a rhythm, we caught our stride, and but Baker can make all the throws. He's smart where he goes with the football, and I thought he did a really good job.
Run game got going a little bit with Samaje and Joe Mixon using the backs out of the backfield. That part of the passing game started to evolve in that second half. Did you like that as well?
Yeah, we needed to run it better. They kind of went into a front that we didn't spend enough time with, but no excuses. We've got to run it better than that. But those backs made a lot of nice plays, and Joe had the big passing play, so they were involved.
All right, Coach, we appreciate it.
All right.
Congratulations.
Appreciate it.
Baker Mayfield.
This is something that you dreamed of as a young boy growing up in Austin, being a Sooner, quarterbacking the Sooners. Did it live up to those dreams and expectations?
It was good to get out for the first time in front of a big crowd, but I mean, the score doesn't necessarily portray how we played. We started off pretty slow early. Got to work on that, but yeah, it was pretty fun getting out here for the first time.
Yeah, what started working really kind of started to click the last two drives of the first half. What was different, or what started to work for you?
We'll look back at on film. The first 5 drives, we had 1 play per drive that we shot ourselves in the foot. The first 2 were penalties, and then the other 2 were blocking. Just basically, it wasn't anything they were doing special. It was just we got to iron out our mistakes. Just get back to the basics and execute.
They're showing some footage of you doing the gladiator dance right now. Is this a celebratory dance type mood for you? That's what they're telling me. I want the whip and the nay-nay is what I'm more familiar with. But is this a celebratory dance type situation for you?
No, not exactly. I don't know what a gladiator dance is, but that's probably not happening.
It's new. I think they're trying to invent it up in the booth.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe it's working.
They're showing it right now. It's what you're telling me what in my ear? It's what he did for who? Oh, the intro video, they're telling me.
Oh, geez. I hope they don't show that. Yeah.
We'll make them take it off right now and let you get in there and enjoy things with your teammates. Congratulations, Baker.
Thank you.
Guys, back to you.
Once again, our final score, the Sooners win it 41-3 over the Akron Zips from Gaylord Family Oklahoma Memorial Stadium. For Dave Lapham, Chad McKee, and our entire crew in Norman, Oklahoma, I'm Ron Thulin. Thanks so much for watching, and have a great football season, everybody.